Welcome to this explainer. Here at TrendGuards, our mission is to cut through the industry noise and bring you verified, well-sourced analysis. And look, we've just had a truly unprecedented week in the AI space. In a matter of days, DeepSeek made 4 massive, completely confirmed platform moves across product, business, and open source fronts, all culminating in a highly serious cybersecurity report. We've got a lot of ground to cover, so let's stick strictly to the facts and dive right in.
There are exactly 4 verified developments we're tracking today. First up, the release of a multimodal vision model. Second, a highly specific weekend off-peak billing change. Third, the open sourcing of an MIT-licensed agent runtime called Harness. And fourth, a detailed security report on how state-affiliated hackers are actually utilizing these open models in the wild.
According to DeepSeek's official API documentation, which was updated on August 21st, the company quietly rolled out a new experimental multimodal model. Now, to put this in perspective, their baseline V4 Flash model is already an absolute powerhouse for text and reasoning. But this new model, called DeepSeek V4 Flash Vision Exp, claims to perfectly match all those standard V4 Flash text capabilities, stuff like world knowledge and agentic reasoning, while adding visual understanding. It can now parse screenshots, charts, and complex documents. And honestly, why does this matter? Well, because vision is literally the missing layer for true agentic work. If an AI agent can read a dashboard screenshot or pull a data table out of a scanned PDF, it can finally start operating real-world software.
But what's really fascinating here is their distribution strategy. This experimental model is directly compatible with both OpenAI-style and Anthropic-style API formats. This is essentially the weaponization of compatibility. It means you, as a developer, don't have to rewrite your entire architecture. You can drop this incredibly cheap open vision model right into your existing developer harnesses with almost zero friction and virtually no code changes.
Now, we need to be highly precise about what this billing move actually is, based on verified reporting from Bloomberg. This took effect on August 23rd. And just to be clear, this is not a permanent, across-the-board price cut. What DeepSeek actually did was stop distinguishing between peak and off-peak API pricing on the weekends. So Saturday and Sunday usage is now charged at the much lower off-peak rate, all day long. Meanwhile, the standard weekday peak and off-peak pricing structure, that remains entirely unchanged.
So what does this all mean? It's basically a targeted infrastructure load balancing tactic. Think of it exactly like the utility company playbook. You know how electricity is often cheaper at night to balance the grid? Well, DeepSeek is making compute cheaper on the weekends to balance their servers. By flattening those weekend rates to a constant off-peak level, they are actively incentivizing developers to take their heaviest batch workloads, things like massive training data preparation or bulk inference jobs, and shift them away from those spiky weekday peaks right into the idle weekend hours.
This was just released in a developer preview and open sourced under the highly permissive MIT license, which was officially confirmed by the software's authors on developer forums. There's a single quote from the DeepSeek repository that perfectly captures the core philosophy of Harness, and it's simply, everything is a plugin. Powered by what they call the Cordis engine, Harness is not just some rigid prepackaged chatbot system, it treats every single agent capability, the models, the tools, the user interfaces, the logic loops, as completely swappable, customizable components. It's a fundamental framework for building AI agents that operate in real environments, manage complex states, and actually use external tools.
To really grasp the impact of this, we have to look at the competitive landscape. Harness gives developers this amazing plugin-based modular control within a local web app or CLI environment, so it's highly composable. Compare that to something like Hermes Bot Mode, which really focuses on local multi-agent role isolation. Or you've got Grokbot, operating as a persistent, shared computer up in the cloud. And then there's Claude Code, which is currently dominating terminal-native coding performance. By open sourcing Harness, DeepSeek is making an aggressive bid to own the fundamental, composable layer of the entire open agent ecosystem.
The Straits Times and a Taiwan-based cybersecurity firm called Team T5 recently released a highly serious report detailing the unintended consequences of open-weight models. According to their verified research, state-affiliated Chinese hacking groups more than doubled their attack volume after integrating AI models like DeepSeek into their daily operations. Charles Lee, a researcher at Team T5, put it bluntly. He stated, quote, "The AI of choice for Chinese hackers because it's relatively powerful with very low cyber guardrails."
And look, this isn't just theoretical posturing. There's a separate, verified finding from Palo Alto Network's Unit 42 reporting that an independent hacker actively utilized DeepSeek to autonomously scan targeted systems. They successfully breached 14 out of more than 460 systems they targeted. This is a documented, highly practical application of the model for automated reconnaissance and for actively scaling cyber attacks.
Now, as an explainer grounded in absolute accuracy, we must carefully delineate the facts from the assumptions here. What is mathematically proven by these reports is that threat actors are actively using openly available AI models to automate their recon, and that attack volumes rose significantly following this adoption. What is absolutely not proven is that DeepSeek itself directly carried out or facilitated these attacks, or that DeepSeek was the sole cause of every reported volume increase. It highlights the incredibly complex, dual-use reality of open-source AI. The exact same lack of friction that empowers a solo developer also empowers a threat actor.
To close out this explainer, here is the verifiable, actionable playbook you can derive directly from this week's events. Step 1. You should absolutely test out the new experimental vision model for your document and chart workflows. Its API compatibility makes integration pretty much frictionless. Step 2. Take a hard look at your billing and actively shift your heavy batch workloads to Saturdays and Sundays to capitalize on those flat, off-peak rates. Step 3. If you need a composable runtime for your agents, definitely evaluate the MIT-licensed Harness framework. And step 4, which is perhaps the most critical takeaway given those security reports, whenever you deploy open, low guardrail models, it is now entirely on you to build in independent monitoring and security guardrails.
DeepSeek is moving at a blistering pace right now, rapidly transforming from a simple model provider into a full-stack platform. But as the research clearly shows, that amazing open accessibility comes with severe real-world security implications, which leaves us with the defining tension of the week. Based strictly on the facts we've just covered, how should the tech industry actually handle the dual-use problem of OpenAI models? It's a question every single developer and policymaker is going to have to answer, and soon. Thank you for joining me for this explainer, where accuracy and verified facts always come first. Keep learning and stay focused.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. It really helps the channel grow. See you in the next video.